What's up, guys? This is Rise coming at you with another video. Here in the Summer Cup, we're running Shadow Cradily, Jellicent, also known as the Jellymeister, and Toxapex with this team. Grass, double, water. A cool team. Shadow Cradily is a fun Pokemon with its spamminess and decent bulk even for a Shadow Pokemon. It's fun when you have a Pokemon that has some hard-hitting charge attacks that also has enough bulk to survive damage from the opposition. So Cradily just very spammy, and then you have a lot of bulk in the back. So this team we ran one set with, and this is the set that actually gets us our starting elo. So watch till the end if you want to see what our starting elo was this season. And just going to be a quick one set video for you today, quick and easy on the lunch break. You can watch this video, you can watch a Mr. Beast video after probably. Or a Home Slice Henry video or something like that as we hop into the first battle. And I think someone in my Twitch chat just suggested this team and I went with it. Sometimes that happens, so if you guys want to follow me over on Twitch, sometimes I just take team suggestions because, you know, sometimes I'm not as creative. I mean, I am creative sometimes. I'll give myself a little credit, a little toot of my own horn. Sometimes I come up with some cool teams. But sometimes I'm just like, yo, suggest me something. And you guys are very creative yourselves. So you guys come up with some cool teams that I will use from time to time. And we're in a good situation here to start things off. This Toxapex is going to do great against Talonflame. The bulk of Toxapex allows it to live 2 flies, which is pretty crazy. In comes this Gastrodon. Rise, why are you going for the resisted Sludge Wave instead of Brine? Well, Sludge Wave, I think, hits a little bit harder just because it's such a strong move. Hits for a little bit more raw damage in that scenario, and we are in a pretty dominant looking spot here. If I'm the opponent, I probably would have at least played that out a little bit longer, because you never know if you could pull some shenanigans there. Like, if I go straight Shadow Ball and he starts shielding Shadow Balls, he could restore a lot of energy. Maybe he could combo play. So I wouldn't have given up quite yet if I was the opponent. But yeah, that was definitely a tough looking situation for him, as Poliwrath is going to struggle, only dishing out resisted damage against the Jellicent. So a GG to start things off. Rank 19, trying to get to that rank 20, to that ELO marker, the ELO barrier, the ELO. I don't know. I don't know why it's taking time to find an opponent. What's going on here? It's not even showing the ... What is that? Normally it shows the ... Weird. Next opponent. They've got some swag, some style. Great lead for Cradily. Got to assume they'll dip out of here, and they go into Vigoroth. I counter-swap Jellicent. Is this the right swap with Hex? I'm not sure. Maybe Toxapex would have been the better decision here, but we go with Jelly, and let's see how this matchup plays out. So I'm probably going to need 3 Surfs to knock out, as opposed to if I was running Bubble, I would only need to land 2 Surfs because the Bubble damage would add enough. So this is one matchup where having Hex is a little bit less good for me. You do see that it's already at half health, so like double Surf almost does enough, but unfortunately since Hex just does so little, I don't think I can fully Hex down before Vigoroth would get to double Rock Slide here. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to throw another Surf here at some point. I just decided to throw it here and force my opponent to let the Vigoroth go most likely. And if Jellicent comes back, I'm going to reach a Shadow Ball, man. I'm going to reach a Shadow Ball, man, and this Shadow Ball is going to deliver a lot of damage if they let it go through. They already know I have a Cradily waiting for them, so they don't even bother shielding. Cradily gets denied a Bullet Seed. That's unfortunate. That's pretty rough. And we're going to have to eat a Shadow Ball. That's going to hurt. And there's a Skeleturge back, and once again, like, this is a little bit of a premature top left, in my opinion, because Skeleturge with, like, Incinerate, it's going to resist the Poison Jabs. They can go for Shadow Ball. Like, I think I had it, but like, in my opinion, it's still a little bit of a premature top left. I wouldn't have given up that just yet if I was the opponent. So unless you're like in a rush, you're going somewhere. I understand sometimes you might be having a bad day in the Go Battle League. I've definitely premature top lefted myself. And, but normally I think you want to play it till the end unless it's like very clearly over. It's very clearly over. I'm the first to say, all right, let's not waste time. Let's concede here. Cradily into Macargo. We recently featured Macargo in a video, and we got 2 better answers, so we're going to safe swap Jelly. They swapped Decidueye, but they gave me a pretty big head start. So now I'm thinking like, huh, I can probably flip this. I go for the Surf bait, and we get the bait. That's big. And I'm thinking like, you know, with my head start, I probably don't even need to bait at this point anymore. Magical Leaf is throwing me a little bit for a loop in terms of like the counts. So honestly, my counts here are not on point at all. I'm just kind of going off a feel. But I had the feel that because I had the head start, and because I baited, I can just go straight Shadow Ball. And I'm just going to shield here and go for this next Shadow Ball. This is definitely going to knock out the Decidueye. We're going to flip Switch Advantage. We're going to get our Toxapex aligned with that Macargo. Unfortunately, Macargo might be able to incinerate us down here. But no, they come in with Trev. Trev's a little bit of a core breaker. I'm going to be forced to come in with Cradily here, because we need to save Toxapex for Macargo. So this is a little bit sketch. I think we also got denied there, which is unfortunate. Brine will hit for double super effective damage. But here's the awkward thing, right? How are we going to get rid of that Trevenant? That Trevenant is still so healthy. A Rock Slide doesn't quite knock it out. So we need to somehow, like, take out Macargo and also land a Sludge Wave without giving the Trev too much farm. So this is a little bit awkward. We get hit by a Stone Edge, and then check out how this game plays out. I go for the full farm down, but look at how much health I have. This health is actually going to give Trevenant a big farm. And I have the Rock Slide loaded, but Trev has a Seed Bomb loaded and wins the game. So one advanced play I could have done there to potentially win me the game would have been intentionally taking another Incinerate worth of damage. So if I had, I'm jabbing down, right? I take one Incinerate. If I had like stopped tapping and maybe taken this next Incinerate, because I don't think Macargo was quite at a move. I could be wrong, but I think it still had to do one more Incinerate. So if I had like stopped tapping for a moment and maybe let him do one more Incinerate and then jab down, then maybe I could have won that game. So that could have been something I could have done to flip that. But great game by the opponent. And they outplayed us and come away with the win here, running that Macargo double grass line. I tried the Macargo double grass line, and I was not good enough to run it. I just kept losing. But G to the G. And yeah, I think the pause here is me like explaining that to my Twitch chat probably, that I could have taken another Incinerate and that might have won me the game. Important to try and identify those win cons in those close losses. But it's on to the next one. Next game mentality. With our cowboy hat, our Obstagoon gloves, our signature t-shirt. Great lead into Quag. We want to maintain alignment, and oh, this is great for us. Jelly into Squidward. Squidward tentacles. Not gonna be pressed to really shield anything here, and we just want to make, so we do get debuffed, right? We just want to make sure we keep the alignment. If we allow Tentacruel to flip this by maybe shielding Shadow Ball and throwing moves at us, this could be bad, right? Because then Toxapex would get aligned with the Quagsire, and we don't want that to happen. So we just want to be a little bit aware of that. I am going to let another Scald go through. Going to throw Shadow Ball after one here, nothing fancy. Jellicent with a positive matchup here, keeps the switch advantage. And gonna throw after three. And honestly, like, yeah, I could have thrown Surf earlier, but I'm fine with this, forcing them to expend energy. And they come in with Trev, and they top left. Lots of quick top lefts. Maybe people don't have much patience. What's going on? People don't have much patience right now. They're top left and early in these matches. They're like, I'm behind. I'm out of here. J Hodge. He's often in our Twitch chat, so this was kind of funny. He was in our Twitch chat, and then we queued up against him, and then he came into the chat later on in the stream and didn't even realize that we had played each other. But he's running the Giraffe rig, who we have featured twice in this meta. The Oppressive Giraffe. And we're actually going to get both shields here from the Giraffe. Most likely. I presume he'll shield. Rather than getting farmed down, I transfer a Confusion onto my Jellicent. Gonna respect a potential Trailblaze. If I had gotten baited there, that would have been kind of rough, but now I'm going to shield again, I think. And yeah, good thing we shielded, because that would have done a lot of damage. Gonna be able to land the Surf on the shieldless Girafarig, and the fact that he hasn't counter-swapped in anything tells me that he probably doesn't have a solid answer. So what's gonna come in? It's Toxapex. Toxapex comes in. What on earth could be in the back? I'm not sure. But we are gonna go for a Shadow Ball here. Could it be like a Fire type in the back? I don't know. Vigoroth, maybe? I go for a catch. I'm unsuccessful, and it is a Vigoroth. So now I'm thinking, how do I want to close out this game? I decide that I think the best course of action would be to save the energy I have on Jellicent for that Toxapex and come with my own Toxapex. And since shields are down, this is just even more comfortable for my Toxapex since I can freely land the Sludge Wave. This matchup can be uncomfortable when like all shields are in play for Toxapex because Vigoroth just outpaces it so significantly to those body slams. But with shields down, we can just freely land the Sludge Wave. It'll do a lot of damage. The Poison Jab damage is consistent enough where we can jab down after this. And my Jellicent isn't even in, like, Sludge Wave range, so I think we're in a great spot. Also, Toxapex should be able to withstand a Sludge Wave here, so we can probably get to a move later on if need be. And another top left, dude. What? So many top lefts in this. I didn't even realize. Was that like 4 top lefts in one set? Man, I wonder if that could be, like, the title of this video. I feel like Shadow Cradily has to be, like, the thumbnail, but we've definitely featured Cradily before, so I don't know. I don't know who's going to be the star, who's going to be the title of this video. Or it could just be like a team. This team makes people top left. Toxapex makes people top left. I don't know. Editor Chris will have to figure it out. Stay tuned. But you should stay tuned for this next minute or so, just because we'll see what our starting elo is. We're catching some Pokemon as rewards. Wingull. Wingull's so cute. Like a little seagull. Reminds me of those summer days growing up, going to the beach, seeing the seagulls flying around. Caw. Lick-a-tongue. Let me know how you guys are enjoying the Summer Cup, or maybe if you're playing the Master League. Also, I don't think I've gotten very many Master League submissions, so if any of you guys are running some fun Master League teams, feel free to submit them to me. The submission link is always in the description of every single video, so feel free to send them my way. Catch Wooloo, the Sheep. We're going to claim our rank rewards, see what our starting elo is. Season 19 and 2461. I mentioned it in a previous video. I wasn't lying. 2461, and granted, we took it a little bit at our own pace. There were definitely lots of days that I haven't played so far to start the season, so it's different. If you're like grinding every single day, it's going to be like other people that are also grinding every single day, so I probably would have had a lower starting elo if I had been playing every single day, but because I was taking my time a little bit more, pretty high starting elo and win rate. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. If you're new, comment down below. All comments are appreciated. And all that said, thank you for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.